Hello, everyone. It's Teddy, aka James Kazal on MTGO, coming to everyone with some pretty exciting news. MagicCon Vegas just happened, and in the top 8 of the big Legacy tournament, there was a Grixis control list. It was piloted by someone who is very talented and a good player and is now a member of the Patreon, so hello and thank you. And something interesting about their list was that they were running a card from Duskmourn that completely went past my radar, probably because it was 5 mana. But that card is Overlord of the Balemurk. It is 3 black black for an enchantment creature, has impending 1 black. So even though it's a 5 drop, you can cast it for 2 for the impending cost. And when it enters or attacks, you mill 4, then return a non avatar creature card or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. So maybe when I read it, I just thought it had to be among the cards milled, or I was conflating it with Baragoi or something, which has that clause. But that is just straight value right there. We're already trying to do things like that with Kolaghan's Command. We also didn't have a method of giving planeswalkers back. Usually, when I'm escaping Cling to Dust, Kaito, Narset, Jace are like the first things I'll exile because there's no method of recursion. Now that all kind of changes with Overlord. And in the past, when I've tried to showcase new cards, usually my style has just been throw one in there and then I never draw it and never get to show the card off because my deck is so um, kind of it's flexible in a lot of ways, but just not flexible in other ways. So it always just made the most sense to have one of these interesting cards since the main engines of the deck are like Cling, Kolaghan's Command, and Lightning Bolt, I guess. So I'm going to try not one, but two this time. Hopefully that materially changes things enough. And it shouldn't do too much for the curve because we should be actually looking at it like this, which looks really nice when you put it like that. What were the cuts? I think there's one flex slot officially kind of floating around right now. Sometimes I run two Narset. Sometimes there's Fable the Mirrorbreaker. Sometimes there's, Metamorphosis Fanatic or something. So that was an easy cut. And then the second cut was the fourth Bowmasters. People say its meta share is not great right now because it's not that good. And I don't entirely believe that because I still think it's probably the most powerful card in this deck. Though if everyone else is playing less Bowmasters, it kind of gives me a reason to play just one less myself, but I don't think I'd ever run less than 3. I kind of want 4, in fact. Though, to really preserve this exercise, I feel like we should just stick with this. It keeps the curve super nice. If you want to run something like this list, I would maybe just trim the second Tamiyo and get that fourth Bowmasters back in there. Anyways, over in the sideboard, we got 2 Consign, that's pretty stock now. 2 Surgical, it's been that way since I picked up the deck years ago. Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Baragoyf, Opposition Agent, these are all good things. 3 Red Blasts and a Blood Moon, because there's a lot of just random stuff in the meta right now, as Modern Horizons 3 is still kind of rocking the format. We still haven't felt the full implications of its release. Opposition Agent, Baragoyf, I still need to cast this against Eldrazi. It hasn't happened yet, so maybe this league is the league. And then I played 1 Meltdown for a while, but I'm back to 2 now because Karnforge Ring has made kind of a resurgence. And even though Meltdown isn't super effective against that deck, since their artifacts that you want to melt down really badly cost like 4 mana, like Mystic Forge, or are otherwise indestructible, like the One Ring, sweeping up all their keys and monoliths is pretty effective against them. They do need a lot of resources to get off the ground. And they also play Vexing Bauble, just having that be collateral in your meltdown is pretty nice. Turn your Force of Will back on. And then to keep with the reanimation theme, I'm bringing back from the Catacombs because I think it's still the best black bomb in the format. Honestly, I do. Yeah, end of statement, I think. If you like this content, check out the Patreon. $2 a week will get you, or no, $2 a month, sorry, will get you another league each week, which I think is a pretty good deal. $5 tier makes you eligible for donation bonus leagues every 3 months or so. And then there is a $40 tier that's limited to 5 people at a time where we do private coaching stuff. So yeah, let's get in there with Overlord of the Balemurk. And again, huge congratulations to getting top 8 at Magic Vegas Con. Kicking things off on the draw. I think this hand is fine. I generally like having Cling to Dust in the blind because more often than not, people will be playing this deck. So yeah, not bad, not bad. Scary thing about this is that they have Underground Sea out, so they could Entomb Reanimate. Then again, letting them untap, or letting them get to their draw step gives them another shot at Daze. So if I bolted off Volcanic Island, I think they'd be much less likely to jam. They might think I have Daze or something weird like that, even though we all know I don't play that terrible card. No argument there. Wasteland. Kind of feels like we didn't accomplish anything, does it? I mean, they're down to 4 cards in hand, which is nice. Oh, there it is. Hell yeah. I feel like it's fine to hold up Cling to Dust here. Right? If they really want to make use of those clues, they're going to have to draw a lot more lands, which I think is really good for us. Yeah, I mean, I might as well have some ability to stop Entomb Reanimate, right? If they play something like Nethergoyf, then we'll just like know that it's not even really on the table. Wasting your mana though. Not very advisable against a deck like this. Brainstorm? Okay. No more clues is kind of nice, but we'll have to worry about Tamiyo doing something else some turns from now. It's not really the best junction to cast Overlord of the Balemurk. I don't think this game will last 5 more turns. I'm hoping they just -3 though. Oh, that's not a bad draw. And if they want to daze this, I'd rather they do that than anything else. Do I have time to cantrip some more? I mean, probably if it involves an untapped land. Yeah, I mean, I'm building my mana. Nimble Obstructionist is like the safest way to make sure this whole thing doesn't happen. But like Bowmasters with force backup is another thing I can think of. Kolaghan's Command I think could just like delay it for a turn probably while making them discard a card. It's not like the most laughable plan. Maybe Brainstorm is the answer here, just so I can get rid of the sewers and the Overlord and stuff like that. Okay. Sure. That has to be so much better than just shuffling and hoping to hit something you want. I don't know, that seems insane to me. Put a card on top. Now what? Wasteland? Dude. Oh, but they're going after the wrong land. Psychic Frog? Well, guess I might as well do this now. This will encourage them to go up with Tamiyo, but I'd rather that happen than them, like, get legit more card advantage right now. I think that would be a bit shit. But yeah, now I can't Brainstorm and play a fetch land, so I guess I'm casting Ponder instead. Okay. So we definitely Thoughtseize right now. We'll have to concede them a card with Frog, which is not good, obviously. But we gotta do what we can. This was a kind of a weird opening hand. I got that Volcanic Island to discourage them from doing stuff they clearly have no capability of even accomplishing, so... Oh, man. Maybe I should have taken that Fatal Push. Crap. But I think it's pretty safe. We'll be able to just, like, delay this Tamiyo for another turn. I just didn't want to deal with more creatures. But yeah, maybe that wasn't the wisest plan. It's also nice to know what you're up against. Reanimate Murktide Regent. Can't say I've seen that one before. Alright, I need them to not have drawn Daze. But we're under pressure, and that pressure is drawing them cards. I don't think we're going to win this one. But it's fine. Do that. The worst time walk ever. I mean, if I can just like brainstorm into Bowmasters Force of Will and they don't have anything else, it's not crazy. Okay, yeah, it's like seriously not crazy. It's seriously not crazy, folks. They just discarded both Fatal Push. I'm just gonna F6 so they think I really have nothing here. That's a lot of damage. Yep. I mean, they don't even need to. Ultimate is the problem now. They'd have to play very poorly for this to work out for me. Oh my god. Well, it's nice to know what you're up against, I will say that. Yeah, this Murktide has me beat in the air. I'll brainstorm whatever. Yeah, we need to like Strix into Bowmasters and for them to have nothing. Okay. It's fine. Pyroblast seems really impressive since they're playing like Murktide and stuff. They have Reanimate and Netherglyph. Does that mean they don't have like the Entomb package? Fatal Push, Surgical, Force Will's out. Narset and Kolaghan's Command are a little clunky for this kind of matchup. I think I'll take 3 Thoughtseizes too, just so I can make sure I know what they're up to. This looks good to me. I mean, you could probably run without Nimble. Bring back a Force from the Catacombs is also pretty appealing. But we'll just rock with the Overlord for now as our 5-drop of choice. You could also side down on Tamiyo, but since I'm on the play, I'm quite inclined to try and leverage it. We don't have one in our opening hand, but that's okay. Opponent's on a mulligan. That's pretty cool. Tempting to start on basic swamp since it was so annoying last game to have them continually wasteland me. But if they wasteland me from 5, like what are they even doing, you know? Okay, they are gonna wasteland me, it turns out. Take your brainstorm, I don't know. Sticky with all those lands. Might as well. I think we're pretty favored here, provided our deck functions. Ponder. Keep. Yep. Good stuff. If I can Bowmasters and then Kaito, it just kind of put Bowmasters back in my hands so I can shoot Brazen Borrower. It just kind of falls apart for them at that point. Unsurprisingly, they shuffle it. They probably need something pretty specific to pull things off here. And yeah, I think if they wasteland me again here, it's just like, sure. If they daze me, then they'll be pretty far behind. I'm gonna play my own tempo game. They have a Fatal Push and they wait till it blocks. I guess they could do it right now. My gut's telling me to get this card. I'd be thinking about petty theft on that army token right now. Well, maybe not. since Bowmasters can regenerate it. Yep. Alright. There's no lands in here. Crap. These cards are so good, though. We'll compromise. Flooded Strand. That was the last of my information. They're going to activate Flooded Strand. They're going to Surveil. I assume this means they have like a Reanimate in their hand or something. Petty Theft, my Kaito. Sure. Momentary Setback. Force of Will. The one of Force of Will. It's not bad. I need lands, so let's shuffle that, unfortunately. Yeah, we miss. Alright. Hopefully that's not a catastrophe. Sure. Probably taking Kaito. But maybe they'll take Bowmasters. Yeah, it was a pretty hard hand to beat. Definitely aided on that mold of 5. Maybe I want another force on the draw instead of a second Tamiyo. Does that seem right? A little nervous about Nethergoyf. In fact, if I could extract them, I wouldn't be all that upset. I'm nervous about it because, like, there have been games where I just have, like, 3 red blasts in my hand, and I'm looking at 2 Nethergoyfs on board. It's terrible. This hand could be anything. There's also a Brazen Borrower. So if they reanimate like Troll, gotta be ready for that. Ponder, not Tamiyo, is so nice. No shuffle. Let's try and leverage being on the draw here. Yeah. Card's cool. I do invite the Wasteland, though, because that means no Psychic Frog. Cool. Ah. Well, that's kind of an issue. Surgical. We're gonna have to concede a clue to them. Psychic Frog. Could always blue removal spell this thing. Bounce it and Thoughtseize it. Do want to get this Overlord going. Man, these 2 cards together, it's a lot of card advantage. I just want to remove them. It's not possible. Petty Theft walks into Daze. So would Brainstorming, looking for a removal spell. I think we just have to weather this hit. But I do not love it. Yep. They must have a land, right? Okay. I feel like I'd be going crazy if they didn't. There it is. That's what I was nervous about. Alright. It is possible I should have cited Overlord out for this matchup, because it might be a little too grindy for an aggro deck. That's not really what this video is for, you know? Red Blast. Double Thoughtseize. Snapcaster Red Blast. We'll take a lot of damage from this frickin' Nethergoyf, but I think this is the way forward. And do I really need 2 Thought Seizes? The other option is putting back a land, but that could be like a really bad decision. Let's just pretend like I can't afford to cast 2 Thought Seizes, because my life total will die. Okay. Immediately punished. Thought Seize you. There's a crazy thing to do here. It involves like leaving Tamiyo in the hand and bouncing, or no, it involves taking Tamiyo, bouncing that one, and then extracting. But probably better to Red Blast that Psychic Frog and extract them with Surgical, which means what? I mean, I'm definitely not taking Fatal Push. Is it just Tamiyo? I don't think so. Is it Murktide Regent? I don't think so either. Is it Brazen Borrower? No. I think it's Tamiyo. That's just the most efficient thing they can do. And frankly, the most annoying. Destroy this blue permanent. Remove Psychic Frog from this game. Okay, I'm not seeing Atraxa or Archon. I'm seeing something much scarier. I'm seeing Baragoyf. Okay. 4 dazes. 4 dazes. But, you know, don't have to worry about Psychic Frog anymore, so that's kind of cool. Could use another Red Blast, basically. That's where we are. Wasteland is pretty annoying, but probably one of the more benign draws, honestly. We just gotta see if my life total will hold out, because I don't really have a good way to beat this right now. I want to bounce Murktide Regent and snap Red Blast Tamiyo. Could really use like a Fatal Push or something, you know? Okay, Bowmasters is also good. That should do it. I don't really want to give them a target for Fatal Push. That will bump up Nethergoyf a little bit. What if I bounce Tamiyo? No. We gotta stick to the plan a little bit here. If my life total were higher. But it's not. Ooh, such a good draw. It buffs Baragoyf. But it also might encourage them to get rid of Fatal Push, which wouldn't be so bad. But not if they don't shuffle. Going up. Oh my god. Killing me. Ponder. Well, can't do that yet. Kind of have one play to make here. If I can just start chaining Strixes, Bowmasters is good at keeping me alive. Maybe they'll recast Murktide Regent. That would be really nice. Really shrink those Nethergoyfs. I don't know. Things might be a little too slim, though. Not to mention Brazen Bar, where we'll have to worry about that one, too. Maybe they'll just cast that on the end step. I can take it out with the ETB. Delta. There's Strix and Bolt, so that's pretty good. Probably what, drawing Bolt next turn, or Strix next turn, so I can Bolt right now. Should work. It does. God, Cling to Dust would be nice here too. No force. God, we're so close to stabilizing. If I go a little crazy on the Murktide Regent and accidentally make it a 0-1, that would be kind of funny. I don't think they will, but Fatal Push, okay. I don't know why this is so close. I can't afford to draw that land that's after the Strix, so go to 3. Play the Strix. Can I get something good after that? Ponder. Shit. I don't think that's good enough. It's close. Tamiyo Brainstorm is like cool and all, but I don't think it's good enough. I'm gonna shuffle. Half a force. Well, that's not great either. This is so close. Land. Ah, crap. Alright. Starting off 0-1. Super close game against this blue-black tempo deck. We are on the play for round 2. Gotta send this one back. Despite having a lot of powerful spells and a ponder, unfortunately, our land is basic swamp, which is pretty abnormal, but there you are. I'll send one of these ponders and just keep 2 ponders, 2 brainstorms, I guess. It's kind of weird. Play Volcanic Island and cast ponder. Yep, it's just kind of what we want. Generic stuff and a land. Ancient Tomb. Please don't play Chalice of the Void. Vexing Bauble was totally fine, though. Goblin Engineer. Did I put Bolt first or second? I think second. That's fine. We'll just brainstorm, pick up Bowmasters and Bolt. They entomb, artifact entomb a grindstone. Making moves towards their combo, I see. Unfortunately for them, I'm not playing Show and Tell. They play the Goblin Welder at some point, that would be nice. Put these back. I need action. In the words of Black Flag. So they cast Painter's Servant. Everything's blue now. Trying to fix this hand again. No success. I think I'll set up my next land drop. And some of these lists actually only run a few grindstones, since like Urza's Saga and Goblin Engineer help that consistency where, you know, it's probably a pretty underwhelming top deck. So if I were to just like exile that grindstone, that'd be pretty funny. Then again, if they have another soul land and just like play grindstone, I would lose. But I can't really stop that anyways unless I cling into a Force of Will. I don't know. I could also get blown out by Lightning Bolt, so I'm not going to try and ambush. 3 toughness. Just a little too much for Bowmaster's ambush. Ooh, but this one is going to be sick. With no red mana up. This is a safe line. And if they went Spirit Guide, Red Blast, that also would be an acceptable trade. Yeah, we'll just cast another Brainstorm. It's usually a good way to win the game. There's Overlord. Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. Anything we get back with Overlord will be blue. Oh shit, but it does have to be a creature or planeswalker, doesn't it? Crap. Then I should shuffle, because neither of the cards I put on top were that. Oh boy. Oh my god. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. At the very least, I have this giant creature ticking down. Why did I think that would work? I can start to grind anyways by fittingly exiling the grindstone. Now we have Hardcast Force. More Bowmasters. Tip my hand there. Or am I bluffing? I'm serious, dog. Sure. Seems like a fine trade for me. Oh, that's a good one. It's not going to be like insanely value positive though, if they don't remove Bowmasters. Well, that will surveil. It's going to depend on how bad their hand is, I think. Might as well get this in around a Red Blast. See if I can take out the Shaman. Okay, success. Yeah, I guess their hand was pretty poor. Oh no, it wasn't poor at all. It was really good. Now I'm gonna lose. Well, we were close. I think in most scenarios I'm gonna be able to find a way to remove this creature with all those brainstorms. Just not this time. The irony is that I probably didn't need to shuffle with the Overlord. There's probably like a creature or a planeswalker just underneath. Meltdown, Consign, Baragoyf, From the Catacombs, Opposition Agent, Fatal Push. Trim Thoughtseize, Trim Force of Will, Trim Kaito, Trim Narset. Kaito is not the worst actually, but we probably want to retain all the other stuff more. Tamiyo's out. I'm also on the play. Not allowed to cut Overlord. Yeah, we'll go like that. Alright, take the play. We have like our best cards. I'm gonna keep, but I'm sure this will raise a few eyebrows because I don't have a Xander's Lounge. I'm taking a mulligan. Can't think of anything that would make me not want to surveil here. Like Magic of the Moon. It wouldn't make sense. Because that would give me red to bolt it anyways. Just need to maximize my shot at a land, that's all. Crazy to bin that. It's like our best card in the matchup. Crap. Help me out here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What else am I doing, you know? Okay. If you had one shot. If you had one shot to find a red source off a ponder, when you already know what the first card down is, would you do it? Yes. Yes, you would. Now, they might still have Spirit Guide and, Red Blast, but gotta take these shots. There we go. Relief to see that. Wait, what is this from the catacombs in my hand? What other choices were there? Were there other choices? I'm assuming yes. Ooh. They're gonna get to draw a card, but I just can't have that grindstone sitting around. I'm excited to go back and watch the footage and see what card should not be here. Can ambush that Painter's Servant. If they cast Grindstone and tap out, I can bounce it. Soul Cauldron. Soul Guide Lantern. There's a lot of soul stuff. It's okay, I have another one. Surprise! They might have Bolt. Or Red Blast. Okay. Honestly, it's pretty good because I was about to punt. Or wait, are there any creatures in the yard? There are no... Oh, there is a creature in the yard. So yeah, I was about to punt anyways. Full transparency. So we're going to draw from the catacombs, which is a bummer. Maybe after that, there will be something good. Yeah. Now they at least can't red blast my lands. Welder, welder, welder. Oh, okay. Yep. We're almost there on from the catacombs. Soul Cauldron's really annoying. Maybe I just like bounce it at the end of turn. Surprised they're not going after Cling. Oh, I guess I can juke, but I don't know. There's also something to be said to just like flash in Brazen Borrower or Bowmasters and start dealing damage against this double Ancient Tomb thing. Yeah. Maybe I'll wait to make that line when I actually have a fifth land. A little less perspective. Brainstorm. I think we can win this race. A braid, yep. Sure. You got me. Okay. The initiative will soon be ours. I mean, they'll probably exile something on the way out. Sure. And at that point, we really just need to make it to the trap. And there's more than one creature in the yard, so I assume they're going to exile Bowmasters? No, okay. Well, that's what I'm going after, I think. I certainly would rather not have a Painter Servant be in play. And Spirit Guide is cool and all. But let's do this. Additionally, they're in Bolt range. So there's some question. No, I think you just always go to the Forge. That'll ask them to have 2 removal spells. I think I maybe want to hold that too. Oh no, I have no more Brainstorms. Did I cast all 4 Brainstorms both games? That's so funny. Uh, on the draw, I just don't feel like Thoughtseize is gonna be helpful. But I'll keep one. They have some really... They have some cards that are really tough to beat at parity, like Fable and Fury and stuff. Blood Moon is so funny against this deck because Saga is a problem, but they're also a mono red deck, so not really great. This is by far the most normal hand I've seen so far, and it's a damn good one. It's lacking in black mana, but we should be able to stall. As long as they don't goldfish me on turn 2 with like insane backup. Consign should be able to beat a red blast. Soul Cauldron will get swept up in the meltdown. It's a nice draw. I'm going to play that out because I would like to discourage them from playing like a Blood Moon. And also it might look like I have Hydroblast. Okay, cool. Then again, maybe it'd be better to Kolaghan's command that Soul Cauldron. If I don't consign this, I can't consign anything. And like we saw on the channel, I think last week, was it? No, it was 2 weeks ago. It was during the pledge drive. If they go Grindstone, Spirit Guide, I just lose. Shoot. Yeah, I mean, I just can't protect against this right now. If they do have a win, even though it does get swept up in the meltdown, I'm just going to hold the meltdown. They might even just cast another one after this, which would be good. Or if they spend 2 red blasts, that would also be good. They have nothing. Saga. Yeah, that's what we want for Meltdown. Can we ignore Soul Cauldron? Is that something we can feasibly do? I mean, getting Soul Cauldron out of the way is also kind of nice because then Meltdown could be like a 1 or 2 mana play, which is appealing, and they have so few cards in hand. So they'll take my Tarn on the way out. Pyroblast. Makes sense. Cling is great. Really choked on black right now. So let's see if I top deck a black source. I do. Could also just play out another Strix right now. But if they go like Painter, Grindstone, Land, if those are their last 3 cards, then I just lose. But I can't stop that anyways. I mean, I could pretend like I can stop it. Cling to Dust might actually be able to stop it. If I top deck a Force or a Bolt or a Push. Or not a Push. It would have to be Bolt. I like that. I like that too. I mean, we will take some damage for a second, but this is all like pretty good stuff. Bowmasters is not bad. So if they have a Painter in hand, there's not much we can do except use Nimble Obstructionist, of course. So we can pretty much do anything. I don't really want to play another Strix though, because now I need to Meltdown for 2. If Strix is like gain 4 life, draw a card, I think that is more than okay. Probably gain 5 life if they make another construct here. There goes Cling. Yep. Hope they don't have a Painter Servant, because if they can Red Blast my Meltdown, things will get pretty grindy. Then again, if they go Okay, if they had Lava Spur Boots and were able to, like, get Devourer in the yard, then that would have been very bad. Thank goodness that's not the case. I wouldn't be surprised if they cited out their Goblin Welders as well, so I think I just play Bowmasters here. So if they crack the bauble after the meltdown, we can get a little extra goodness. And then land would be a really nice draw, so I can still hold up Nimble, but that's fine. Meltdown for 2. There goes that. Sure. Might as well do this, since they're on the run. Okay. I mean, if their 3 cards are exactly Soul Land, Grindstone Painter, I would be very happy to have caught that on camera. So it's kind of a win-win. Goblin Engineer. Ensnaring Bridge. They need another artifact first. See if I can get this thing out of the way, though. Okay. I think 1 and 2 are pretty comparable here. Either way, Ancient Tomb is, like, not really an option. Might as well play out Baleful Strix in case I top deck Force of Will. Alright, cool. Red Painter should be one of our better matchups, and one I hope to see a lot at Eternal Weekend. 1 and 1. Hey everyone, welcome back to match 3. Up against someone I haven't played in a long time, Harry1232. Very talented Maverick pilot. We'll have to mulligan, unfortunately. This hand is not much better, but I'm not going to 5 against Maverick. I guess I'll bottom one of the Kolaghan's commands. I actually don't even know if they're playing Maverick. That's Basic Mountain. That's a Vexing Bubble, so yeah, who really knows anymore? I mean, if they follow up with a Blood Moon, I'm pretty set up for that. In fact, it would allow me to play this Waterlogged Teachings untapped, which would be pretty cool. No, looks like more Painter. Interesting. So there's kind of 2 schools of thought. There's like, you can try and force the bauble. Oh, maybe I should have gotten Volcanic Island there. Shoot. Definitely should have. Or you can kind of not play into it like that and instead seek to either hardcast it or definitely take Fable. Shuffle it away with Brainstorm. And I think that's more what I'm interested in. So I should be able to catch this next saga at Chapter 2, unless they play it right now. But then they might be giving up on some construct value. Yeah. But dealing with these constructs is not going to be easy unless I get some red mana right now. Wow. I'm going to shuffle that. That's not a bad draw. Yeah, we're in kind of a weird spot. Going to take some damage from these constructs for sure. And then I will have to choose between probably stifling Chapter 2 of that saga or dealing with some amount of constructs. So we're not in good shape right now. But it was a bit of an ass to top deck a red source there, I realize. We'll see if my life fiddle can hold out. They also have a lightning bolt. Gotta be aware of that. They might point that at Strix. If they crack Vexing Bubble, I might be able to unload some of the cards in my hand. There's that, yep. Oh my goodness. This is getting a bit absurd. I can't really afford to stifle Chapter 2, it seems like. There's too much onboard aggression. That being said, it's going to be really easy for them to just bolt Strix out of the way, so... Yeah, we're in really bad shape. Sure. We've lost. And it's okay. Same thing happened in the last time we faced Painter. We lost game 1, despite being a pretty solid matchup. Well, we might go to 1 here, actually. Oh, nope. We're dead! GG's. That Urza Saga aggro. But you could see how this could have gone well if I had gotten Volcanic Island instead of Basic Island. That was awful. Okay, so Meltdown, Consigned Memory, Fatal Push, Opposition Agent, Baraglyph from the Catacombs. Same exact plan. What was the last cut? Oh, I think it was Kaito. But it could be Brazen Borrower. Yeah, I think we're fine. Let's rely on the black bombs. Take the play. Island, Ponder Keep. Maybe we'll get to do some stuff with this Overlord of the Balemurk too. If they Pyroblast my Strix, we will have a target. Alright, we're not screwing around this time. Sure. Great Furnace. It is great. Sorry. Hacky joke. Red Blast. Thanks. I do kind of want to get this Overlord cooking, actually. It would give up on a land drop, though. Yeah, I should brainstorm. However, if they play a Painter, I'll probably want to bolt that. This art is truly horrific. I love it. Oh my. Damn, I feel like Meltdown is almost impossible to pass up at this junction. I don't know. Okay, they have another Red Blast. Got it. Let's just bolt the Welder. It's a dangerous card to untap with. We'll Meltdown next turn. Hopefully there's a land on top of my deck. Hopefully they play another Great Furnace. Ancient Tomb. Goblin Engineer. This is what I was talking about. Like, if they had a Welder right now, they could have gotten, like, a Portal to Phyrexia or something insane like that. How about a land? Great. Now we just gotta dodge Spirit Guide. Great. Okay, cool. That was pretty good. Sure. I don't mind them having this Vexing Bauble all that much. So what if I just shock and have them discard? While completely playing around Blood Moon. Could also get Strix back, but I don't know. Depleting them just seems a lot better. Things are going pretty well for us. Especially since that Fury is gone. Fury's a pretty scary card. Yeah, they're forced into a draw here. I mean, they have a lot of mana. Definitely time to get this Overlord going. That's nice. It's funny, though, because, like, with one more land drop, I could just hardcast it. I think I want Bowmasters. Yeah, I could have just hardcast that. Okay. I'm kind of grateful they didn't go for the Unearth on Dragon Engine. Now I actually have a chance to catch it with Edict. I'll take that land. Yeah, let's just cast Bowmasters. And then, yeah, we'll just send them all here. As you do. But, I mean, they do have 3 cards now, which is pretty scary. But if they use that Ancient Tomb, might be able to just get them on the backswing. If I can draw, like, a Lightning Bolt. So that'll get exiled. Let's go ahead and Surveil. Wait, what? Oh, right. Thanks, Overlord. Maybe I'll draw one anyways? No. Well, hope I don't lose. They would need land, Grindstone, Painter, and they'd survive at 1. Okay. We dodged that pretty unlikely scenario. It's a weird trade-off to like side into force, but also want to go down on blue cards. But yeah, I just can't really rely on Tamiyo here. Turns on Bolt and it also turns on all the red blasts. But I think a couple forces are necessary when they have cards that are really hard to deal with, like Fable the Mirror, etc. I think this hand is good. I think it can stop some of their fastest goldfish because of Cling to Dust and stuff like that. And Force of Will. Yeah. I think they will struggle with Baragoyf. That's a pretty good card. Fortunately, unless they have like Simian Spirit Guide, I will be able to get a Strix through. That's a good draw as well. Yeah, I think I want to get Strix in through a Pyroblast, get that card draw. Cool. I mean, we're a little light on red mana, but could definitely be worse. They discard Painter Servant. That's a little concerning. And they want the treasure so bad that they're willing to trade the Shaman for Strix, which is pretty good for us. Yeah. No Grindstone yet. Okay. What if I do that? Okay. Well, then now I can do that. Okay. I mean, it wouldn't be insane to hardcast this force. Kind of need them to not follow up with another, like, Fable the Mirror here. Although Baragoyf can kind of make that hard for them too. There's the grindstone. Moments like this, you do kind of wish that you had a, you know what I'm trying to say. Surgical extraction, because they are kind of threatening that combo. And letting them untap with reflection is kind of crazy. I mean, if they play Painter Servant, they'll probably name blue, which means I might be able to pitch this island to force a will. They're holding. Well, can definitely attack. See what comes of that. No block. Take that Nimble Obstructionist, yes please. That actually makes me feel quite secure. Because that will get around Pyroblast. Yeah, might as well just bolt, right? Or is this Saga? Chaos Defiler. I should just counter that. I don't want to deal with it. But is there a blue card I'd rather pitch? Oh. I think I'll blow up Grindstone here. Alright, we did it. Balemurk did a little bit, but not as much as I wanted it to. So let's keep going. Welcome back for round number 4 here. Very well-rounded hand. Not too much going on, though. We're going to do our normal thing. So, you could argue that you don't want to ponder right now, but I wouldn't mind setting up generically powerful cards or Force of Will or something like that. You know, I don't know if these are really what we need right now. But of them, I feel like land number 4 is the most unknown whether it will be good or not. So we'll go like that. Sure. Someone else has got a similar idea. It's very much more likely that this will be some kind of aggro deck, though. Blue-black tempo, or Scaminator, all that stuff. I will take that land now. If they want to daze this, they are very much welcome to, but they don't. Now, if we eat an Entomb Reanimate right now, I don't really think it's worth playing around, because if we're really going to like try that hard to beat them at every angle, I think there's some angles that we're just going to really lose out on, like Psychic Frog and stuff like that. Besides, it didn't even happen. We're good. Okay. I would hunt for Thoughtseize right now, but flying right into a Bowmasters is kind of risky since my answer to said Bowmasters is also beatable by days. So I'm just gonna chill. Okay, yeah, as surmised, this probably is or Scaminator. Or Scaminator with 8 cards in hand, no big deal. They're not doing anything. It's really bizarre. Alright. Now I actually kind of welcome it. Nothing. Might want to put Kolaghan's Command back for later. Even though we are hitting our land drops, they're not really doing anything. Yeah. Surveilly. I mean, yeah, like nothing's happening. What if I just resolved an Narset on this board? really cramp a lot of their options, I feel like. I mean, we'll try and bait something out here. And at the very least, we wouldn't have to worry about Grizzlebrand. Okay, that gets a brainstorm going. They're gonna entomb Atraxa. Then Narset resolves. Okay. Take Thoughtseize. How many reanimation spells do you think they have? None. I'm pretty comfortable with them keeping this hand. I'll take Day or Brainstorm. And then I hope they don't find a reanimation spell, but if they do, I do have a weird feeling that we can grind. Psychic Frog, sure. I mean, you could also argue I wasn't supposed to take Brainstorm because I have a Narset, but I still think it is like the scariest of all those cards. Take Ponder. I wonder if I can get them to just lose their hand here. I do like Force of Will here. Let's just do this, I think. Force pitching Ponder. And then they can save it by discarding their last two cards, which would mean... I guess I'm just forcing back. I don't want to, though. I really don't want to. They held on to Daze, though. It's like... Man. This is a tough spot. Well, like I said, I think we can weirdly outgrind Atraxa. But I'm probably going to want to Brainstorm. Surveil. Entomb to the graveyard. Passing. Okay, seems like we dodged. That is lucky. Cast Brainstorm. Put these two back. I almost want to Snap Ponder. But I'm also looking at like 3 lightning bolts between like Snapcaster Mage and everything. Thoughtseize me. Yeah, I could just start unloading here. Don't really want to give them a target for days. I mean, yeah, I should cast these. And I guess I should cast Snapcaster Mage as well. Although it's pretty free. Yeah, that's fine. Then we'll take a bolt, and then drawing a couple pretty bad cards. And we'll see if we can survive. I mean, the good news is that Reanimate is kind of off. We're like not in good shape or anything. That'll help us a little bit, actually. Alright, can we dodge Animate Dead for one more turn? Okay. Got a little scary there towards the end with that Brainstorm. But we got through to the end. Now what? Surgical, Thoughtseize. Gotta leave an Overlord. Couple Pyroblast. Fatal Push, I think. Trim down to 2 bolts. Then can't really do Kolaghan's Command right now either. I like Opposition Agent. Call me crazy too, but probably from the catacombs on the play, but on the draw. Alright. I probably would cut maybe one or two of the Balemurks, though, for this matchup, since it's very fast and aggressive. This hand is nice. It's got Graveyard Hate. It's got Frog Check. They don't even have a play right now, so... Sorry, that sounded more rude than I meant it to be. We just want to be able to beat a reanimate with days, so... I'm not doing anything. I'm good. Brainstorm is good. That means no frog this turn, which means I can cast Strix through days, which means even if the frog hits us once, we're still kind of at parity. No shuffle. That's nice. I'll top just about anything here. Ah, crap. Maybe not that. Cool. I'm gonna invite a daze here. Even though I'm clearly not hunting for lands because I just binned an island. Yeah, I think Brainstorm would be pretty good here. I'm kind of interested in fixing this hand up. Play Scalding Tarn. I might want to get Basic Island. There's Troll of Cause of Doom. Not a bad target for Surgical. Metamorphosis Fanatic. Yep. Go ahead and extract those. Okay, they do have a Fatal Push for Baleful Strix and Barragoyf, which is pretty scary. They also have Archon and Atraxin, all 4 Entombs. Hard to tell if they've really sideboarded. Do I still invite a daze right now, or do I just really need this brainstorm? I mean, if they push Baleful Strix, that's still a good exchange. I don't know. Let's just take a draw step. Brazen Borrower. Bouncing Metamorphosis Fanatic will ask them to basically draw a lot more lands, which is not what they want to do. I want to deal with that Barragoyf. I mean, I can control its size with Cling to Dust a little bit. I think if they want to Fatal Push Strix and attack for 4, gain 4 life, I think I'm okay with that. I think. I mean, I could also just be preserving my life total. Bounce Metamorphosis Fanatic. Hold up Cling to Dust, even though it can get dazed. They might be incentivized to like brainstorm it away or something, I don't know. Bouncing creatures with ETBs. It's great. Troll's not part of the game anymore, which is kind of nice. Yep. It's big. Big creature. Overlord. Brainstorm. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseizing that Fatal Push does not seem right. Nor does Thoughtseizing the Daze. We probably have to concede a hit from this Barragoyf, unfortunately. It does go wrong in a lot of ways, but I think I'm willing to trade this with Daze. I just don't want to be underneath Daze for the rest of the game. Yep. And it also helps, like, keep them a little further away from Fnatic. Yep. So hopefully they don't hit. Okay, cool. Wow. Couple of tough creatures here. Grab the Strix. Oh, I should also make a land drop, though. Don't think we'll be able to hang on, but we should try. Oh, okay, yeah, they can just Archon. Yeah, I felt pretty set up, and then I think we must have just gotten overpowered. Or maybe I chose the wrong card with Thoughtseize. That's probably what happened. I think it is good that they're leaving in Fatal Push. How many? 2, it looks like. It's not that many. I don't know. I also don't want to bring in, like, good targets for them to reanimate. Ah. Killer. It's going to be really hard to win now, but we'll try. Yeah, they're keeping 7. It would be sad to win game 1 against your Scaminator, then drop both sideboard games. But, you know, it happens. That's magic. I bought him a Force of Will there because we're on the play, so we have 1 less card, and we took a mulligan. So it'd just be really difficult to leverage a Force of Will. And they're still keeping their combo in, which is good for us. And they entomb the Archon, which means they have Atraxa in hand. And maybe a Force of Will. Let's find out. Yeah. Okay. Double Wasteland is pretty scary, and they also have Psychic Frog Baragoyf. But I think we can beat this hand. I just need to, like, find more stable mana. Unstoppable Slasher. Oh, wow. That's kind of cool. Alright. So they just, like, frickin' jammed there. I should probably be applying pressure. Post haste. Okay. That is what I wanted. Psychic Frog will be best answered on the stack, so they can't discard Atraxa. Oh. They're casting Baragoyf. It's nice to have a little bit of reprieve here. They do have 1 unknown, though, and a card they probably would not mind pitching to Force of Will. It's the really rather annoying part about Scaminator is that their fair game is pretty good. Gonna try and beat this on the stack. Can't. Do I want another Brainstorm? I'm about to have, like, no cards in hand. Hmm. There's a land after that. It's not like the worst. I mean, I do need action. But I guess I'm just as likely to find it via this brainstorm. I'm assuming they're going to discard Atraxa. They don't. Okay, well that's a huge relief. Brainstorm. Please be good. It was pretty good. So if I get Thought Seized, I suppose they should look at Strix, even though that sounds weird. Please don't wasteland me. Okay. Nimble Obstructionist is a nice cryptic command against a Animate Dead, which is cool. They have a Brazen Borrower. So their hand is Wasteland Atraxa. I think I'm pretty comfortable playing Strix here. Oh wait, no, sorry. Their hand is Atraxa, one unknown. Because they wasted land me once and then they have one out here. Okay. We're punishing cantrips. They don't want land number 5. They missed on the miracle. It might be hard for them to get. Oh, that's tough. That's a big creature. I could bounce it and do it like a time walk. Smash for 4. Put them to 7 and then have almost lethal in the air. I guess it would be if I also cast Baleful Strix, but then they could play Brazen Borrower to block. Weird pause. No days. Tamiyo. Alright, so they swamp cycle for sewers. So they have Atraxa, sewers, and Barragoyf. Barragoyf is a bit of a problem. Oh, great. They got the miracle. They got the 2 of miracle. Oh no. I guess I got greedy. I could have stifled that trigger. I mean, I could. Now they can't cast Brazen Barber, so I could top deck a Lightning Bolt. Give me that Lightning Bolt. I want that Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt. Even though I cited 2 out. Crap. Oh, I can't watch. It's a Ponder. Oh, I saw the Pyroblast and got so excited. Shoot. I can't keep up with this 6 power of lifelink though. This is terrible. I think I need to just shuffle. Try and hit that bolt. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. The miracle, and then a miracle of my own. Okay. Got one more to go. Alright, I'm not expecting any kind of luck after that. We're up against Magic Dad, so he usually plays Reanimator, and this is a great hand against Reanimator. Force of Will and a Cremate effect. Hard to go wrong with that. Oops. A little to the left. There we go. That's the one. Swamp. Is it unmask? It feels like unmask. It is unmask. They're targeting me. I assume they take Cling to Dust. But I'm sure they're probably rolling their eyes at this 7 matchup blind. Just, you gotta be kidding me. They probably have a turn 1 with, yeah, backup. But they take Force of Will, not Cling, which is interesting. Maybe they're going to pivot onto Show and Tell or something. Or they can Shallow Grave. That would have been a reason to, yeah. So they're going to draw a lot of cards. Then they'll go to cleanup, unless it's some kind of like Tin Fin situation. Okay, they're not going to go to cleanup. Strix. I think we need to do better than that. I'd like to hit Bowmasters off the top. But they'll probably draw now. Oh. Okay. Things are certainly going pretty well right now. Are they going to just exile Grizzlebrand without doing anything? And they'll have a lot of cards in hand. They'll have a lot of power on board. It would be nice if I also had Cling to Dust. And I could have avoided this whole scenario if I just, like, played a little sharper. But Reanimate is kind of off. And we'll see what happens. Yep. Uh-huh. This will gain them some life. See, Reanimate, Animate dead, but no mana, which is the important thing. They were probably hoping for like Dark Ritual or something, which they might already have in their hand. Okay, we got them to 3. We want to dodge Lotus Petal and, what's it called? Lotus Petal and, oh wait, shoot, they revealed their hand. What happened to Animate Dead? Am I going crazy? Alright, whatever. Something like that. Got Borborygmos here. There's a Lotus Petal, but no Dark Ritual, so I think we're safe. Spoils of the Vault. Don't think they can really leverage that. They could unmask me. But I do have 2 cantrips. Taking Cling. That attracts is gone. Okay. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Just gotta put together some lightning bolt action again. Another brainstorm. Not great. Put back Cling and brainstorm. Yeah, Volcanic Island, I think, right? Really just looking for Bolt. Or do I get Badlands? I don't know. This is a forced block. Maybe I should have kept Cling, but I feel like Force is more of a catch-all. And less mana. Alright, shuffle that. Okay. What a weird game. Thought sees me. Trax is back. We can probably go to the next game here. It's so funny. I feel like the second after I realize what's going on, I yeah, I always realize what's going on the second after I do something. The second I fetched, I was like, oh shit, they have Shallow Grave. Alright, Surgical Extraction, Opposition Agent, Thoughtseize on the play. From the Catacombs, of course. And then I don't really mind Consign to Memory in this build either. Or against this build, I mean. Can't really leverage Kolaghan's command. I gotta keep an Overlord. That's the deal. Lightning Bolt seems actually quite poor against this version of the deck. I'll keep one as part of the teachings package, but yeah, in general, this isn't not really what we want to do. You can trim the mountain. We're kind of playing without red cards altogether right now. And then I find Edict to be pretty poor. We're down a game, fighting for a 4-1. I think it's okay to cut one Overlord here. Just one. Although I don't like Edict very much either. If they have one of those creatures out, you've probably already lost. Yeah. It's always insane when your Reanimator opponent keeps 7. But maybe they know I'm just not gonna threaten to win too quickly. Duress. I mean, sure. What am I supposed to do about that? It'll be really scary if they take Brainstorm. Okay, I'm very scared. Keep that. Play Badlands. Play Strix. I'm expecting like a show and tell or like some kind of Tin Fins insanity next turn. But having 2 layers of interaction is pretty nice. 3 if I can untap. Urborg. Unmask me. Kind of running low on cards over there. You have 3 to combo with. That's like Enabler, Reanimation Effect, and I guess that's all you need. If you have another discard spell, you can force it through. Now they take Surgical. That's a good sign. But do they really want me to untap? Like, they might want to make me use Force of Will right now. Okay. They're going to be patient. And it's true I'm not really putting that much pressure on. Oh, well. It's not actually all that true anymore. So not a bad draw. I would go as far to say that was a good draw. A funny idea I had was that, like, we could play a league where you spin a wheel at some point and you have to, I don't know, actually, just like making bad plays doesn't actually seem that much fun. The one with nothing challenge, if y'all remember that from a while ago, was pretty hard on me. But I was just reminded of that because I was like, a play I could make is Petty Theft this Lotus Petal, and it'd be terrible because they could crack it in response. It's a 0 mana card, so we're not even like gaining any kind of like tempo. It would just be a straight up bad play. Although, I guess it would ask them, are you going to give me Brazen Borrower, or are you going to sacrifice that Lotus Petal at a time you probably can't use the mana? So maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. Let's try and make a land drop. We fail. Opposition Agent's cool though. It's like really cool. I'm gonna hide Consign on top. I think, right? Yeah. Along with... That's tough actually. I could Thoughtseize, but that can also backfire. They got nothing but monsters in hand. Could also backfire though if I tap out of Cling to Dust, so... Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I would like to clip that Entomb. What do I even take? Unmask? Reanimate? Spoils the vault? I really don't know. I think I'm going to take Unmask. If they hardcast that, it's pretty annoying. And I want them to draw land anyways, so just makes sense. Okay, I think I will get to clip the Entomb. Although, it also makes sense to just, like, cast it to put pressure on. It will, like, pressure them into the Entomb. Oh, hold on, they're F6'd. Gotcha. That was a little bit of a dirty trick. A dirty MTGO trick. I think we just keep it as is, right? They're probably going to look for a hand that just sends it on the play with protection, so we're really going to want every blue card, which we already have. Yeah, I mean, this is just what we have. They're taking a mulligan. I'm going to keep this hand of 2 points of interaction. They're down to 5. So they can probably send it, but maybe they can't do it with protection. Vampire Hex Mage. I feel like I should counter that. Kaito. That's a win con. To make sure nothing crazy happens before then. Yeah. So their hand is Dark Depths and Swamp. Quite the maneuver there. If they reanimate Hex Mage, we're obviously in a lot of trouble. You're never going to get this, dog. I'm sorry. You're just not. Therapy Bug? Strix. Okay, well, I mean, that will give me Kaito a turn early. Wow. A little heavy on the lands here. Urborg. Okay. Super heavy on the lands. Let's thin the deck a little bit. Try and find a Force of Will. Surgical's also fine. Draw step, extract the Hex Mages. Since it was the card they named with Cabal Therapy, they might have just thought I had that because thanks, Magic Dads. It was pretty sick ribs. Alright, well, finish out 4-1, which is pretty great. I feel like I didn't really get to showcase Overlord all that much, though. I would have liked to showcase it a little more. We never got into any really grindy matchups. Although Red Painter, you can really see that as a grindy matchup, even though sometimes it's not grindy at all, and they're just like sending it on turn 1, or not turn 1, that was a different league, but sending it pretty early. Their combo is very efficient, and they have a lot of good value pieces like Fable the Mirrorbreaker and Fury. And then we faced blue-black a couple times, not a lot of room to breathe in those matchups at all. But if you do get to stick something like Overlord and you're attacking with it, I assume that's pretty hard for him to come back from. The other thing I was thinking about with Overlord is that if you do get into a really weird, grindy game that's going really long in a control mirror, milling 4 cards every turn might not be that great for you. If they've also padded out their life total with Uro or something like that. Though Uro is not very present in the current metagame, maybe that's not something you need to worry about as much, but it's something to consider with the card. As someone who's never even really played with it, I'm looking forward to trying this card again. This is just, classic how it goes. It's hard to really see a card's impact when you're only playing 5 matches, but I think there were 5 pretty interesting matches. It was a very Grixis control league. It was 5 matches and 15 games. and I thought they were a lot of fun. So thanks for sticking with me. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more content, check out the Patreon, and I'll catch y'all next time.